trusted. If you're selling or expanding your business, Brett can take your business apart and find you more money. And we're not talking small change. Go on, touch base with Brett. Search Ray White Business Sales SA.
Are you ready for this? Let's go. Mawson Lakes Mazda's end of financial year clearance sale is on now. And we're talking great deals right across the entire range of Mazdas. You'll find plenty of new Mazdas in stock, all models and colours to suit your style, or drive away in a low-K demo. And they're available for immediate delivery. Get ready and go to Mawson Lakes Mazda's end of financial year clearance sale. Just a short drive from the city.
You want to shut out the wind and rain in winter, or the sun, flies and mozzies in summer, but you don't want to sacrifice your view? Then you need Phantom Screens. For protection from sun, wind and rain all year round, Phantom's SA-made outdoor motorised blinds can span up to 12 metres wide. They offer effortless automation, a blind that's there 1 minute and gone the next. From the hills to the coast and everywhere in between, choose Phantom Screens. Get inspired online at phantomscreens.com.au.
Let's face it, there's nothing special about a night in with chips. Nothing special about crisp, golden potato. The warmth, the smell. Nothing special about the salt, the sauce, the sound. Eating off the tray. Dropping the tray. The 5-second rule. Having the last chip and nobly giving it away. Nothing special about McCain pub-style chips. Beg to differ.
FIVEAA's Business Lounge with Matthew Pantelis.
I'm here with Kathy Nagel, Chief Executive Officer of Western Hospital. Welcome, Kathy.
Thanks for having me, Matthew.
With all the costs of living going up, has this been a challenge in healthcare as well?
Absolutely. People are finding it increasingly difficult to access GPs, often questioning the value for money that they get out of their GP appointments. But Western GP Clinic are very proud to boast a level of care and expertise encompassing a holistic approach while providing a value option.
And if people need further treatment in a private hospital, what options are there for those without health insurance?
Insurance can be helpful, but it isn't a requirement. We have a wide range of specialists and services available here at Western, and many procedures are more affordable than you think. So it's definitely worth giving us a call to discuss your options and get a quote.
Thank you, Kathy. To find out more about Western Hospital, visit westernhospital.com.au or call 8159 1200. That's 8159 1200.
Jade Robran, Talking Adelaide on 1395 5AA.
Welcome back. It is 10 minutes past 3 o'clock. Couple of messages coming in about fantails. Bridget says here, totally agree, Jade. I've had a recent craving for fantail and was happy to see I can buy them in bulk at Norwood Foodland and not in the packets. Another one, wash your mouth out, Jade. Who eats orange chocolate? Question mark. You only buy Jaffas for rolling them down the aisles at the cinema. But get yourself a Terry's chocolate orange. That should change your mind, from Tony from Montague Farm. I've never tried that. Okay, well, yeah, you're right. I probably shouldn't compare all orange chocolates because they're Jaffas to other chocolates. And then another one here. Hi, Jade. Robin Men's are still going ahead to revive the Polly Waffle, but a bit slow due to hold-ups. They are, of course, rebooted the Violet Crumble. Cheers, Barry. They are indeed. I think they're waiting on a part, just one part, a little cog in the machine that was to be made overseas, but due to COVID and everything, they haven't had that part. So, yes, it is still coming back, and I'm very, very excited about it. Something else I'm excited about is to be talking tech with Richard Pascoe.
Yo, I don't think we should talk about this. Come on, why not? People might misunderstand what we're trying to say, you know? That's a part of life. Come on.
Let's talk about tech, baby. Let's talk about tech. Let's talk about tech. Let's talk about tech.
All right then, come on, spin.
Let's talk about tech, baby. Let's talk about you.
Let's talk tech with Richard Pascoe. Thanks to Harvey Norman Computers, your technology specialist. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jade. Jade, I go to the movies on a regular basis, and I don't reckon in donkey's years has anybody ever rolled a Jaffa down the aisle, because it's all carpet. It used to be back in the days when we used to have wooden floors sometimes, which would annoy people, but yeah, no.
My cheeky Harry, the other day we went to the movies and he had a big thing of popcorn. He goes, "Can I just throw some at the people in front of me?" No, Harry, you can't do that.
She's just spoil sport, Jade. My heavens.
And then I thought, hang on a minute, when I was young, I was rolling things down the aisle or throwing the odd piece of popcorn and then looking away. Or jumping under your seat. So I was a bit of a party pooper.
You've got to have a good arm on you. If you're going to throw something in the cinemas, you've got a good arm, because you get that 20, 30 feet, lob them on the back of the head, and they turn around and look, and we're just looking at the screen.
Watching, what are you looking at? Nothing to see here, ladies and gentlemen.
It's very funny. Yes.
Movie antics, the best. We've got a message here from Honey in Kangaroo Island who says, "Hi, Jade and Richard. As you can see, I'm able to send and receive text messages, but I can't make or receive phone calls. My thingy, my thingy says 4G. All is working well, text, emails, etc. until I go to make a phone call. Then the thingy goes to H or H+. As soon as I stop trying to phone out, it reverts to 4G. What should I do?"
Go into your, I won't say go into your thingy. Right, go into the phone and turn on Wi-Fi calling, because I'm presuming your thingy is your internet connection. If it's not, text us back right now and let us know.
Okay.
But if your thing is your internet connection, then make sure that your phone can do Wi-Fi calling. Then you should be able to ring us.
Righty-ho. Well, Honey, good luck. See how you go.
Come on, Honey.
Jump in, do what Richard says, and if not, just message us back. We're here to help.
We are.
Microscope scam. Another scam.
This one, I've had 2 businesses ring me about it, and I know it's happened to other people as well. So you get a message on your screen, and it looks quite legitimate, and all this is up on my website right now, including a picture of the message. So everything I'm about to talk about is up on adelaidetechguide.com.au. It will say that you've been hacked or infected. It's not Microsoft. Right? Let's put that out there. They've got no idea if this sort of thing happens to you. It will tell you to do not turn your computer off, Jade. So if that message comes up, what's the first thing we should do?
Turn it off?
Turn it off. But people haven't been turning it off. This is where
because they think it's legit.
They think it's legit because it does look very good. And call a number. You should not call that number at all. I had a client yesterday who did call the number.
Yeah.
Then rang me, yesterday, a couple of days ago, then rang me at about 7:15 at night, and I don't usually pick up the phone at 7:15. I have to explain to people that. And he said, "I've been on the phone with Microsoft for the last 4 to 5 hours.
Oh, no, you haven't.
He has, and he let them log onto his computer. So if you let them log onto your computer 4 to 5 hours, what have they gone along and done? They have harvested all your usernames and passwords, including all your banking passwords.
Oh, jeepers.
So he was in a lot of trouble, and they had transferred money out of his business accounts.
Did he lose much?
He's got it all back. He's very, very lucky. Rang me this morning to tell me that the bank had contacted him and he's got all the money back.
Oh, good.
So, which is very good. So when they come along, bank shuts all your accounts down, then you've got to get somebody in like me to go along, give you a clean bill of health. And you also have to go along and change every saved password that you had on that computer. So when I saw him, I gave him a big long list and gave him homework to go along and do. So people say, how did this happen? He went to an infected website, but you don't know it's infected. So you've got along and it puts up a notification on your screen. Not a small one. We normally get those in the bottom right-hand corner. We've seen those. It blows up onto the whole screen. And, it will go along and tell you. So if you turn notifications off, again, instructions are up on my site. Yeah. There's a link in there. This wouldn't happen. And people say, yesterday I've had, the 2 that fell for it. But my antivirus should have picked it up. It's not a virus.
Oh.
It's not a virus. It's you went to a website, it puts something on your screen. It hasn't installed anything. Yeah. So it's not a virus. So the antivirus is never going to pick this up.
I can understand why people are asking the question, though.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
So, it boils down to the fact that, one, we shouldn't let anybody log on to our computer that we don't know. That's the number one thing. We don't know what they do, Jade.
Yeah.
We do know what they do, but we don't. And, I had one go, the screen kept going black for a while like that. That's because they don't want you to see what they're doing at that time. So, just be, these sort of things are floating around. Go along, have a look, but don't let anybody log onto your computer you don't know.
No way. I mean, that's so obvious. Honey's message back saying, my phone can't do Wi-Fi calling. Tried that yesterday, turned on my Wi-Fi modem, enabled Wi-Fi on the phone to no avail, have great Wi-Fi internet connection, getting emails, B shopping notifications, C-Link update notifications, just can't do phone calls.
What phone have you got, Honey? Let us know.
Okay, and she said it's only been happening for 3 days, and she did do all the updates recently.
Okay, let us know. Let's find out what phone you've got.
Text us, because that's all you can do, but we are trying to help you through this. If you'd like to talk tech with Richard Pascoe, 8223 0000 is the number to call. Talk to me about tech companies that soon may need to scan your messages for illegal content.
I'm really concerned about this. So the e-safety commissioner, which is trying to do a good job, and I understand all of that.
Yeah.
That companies like Facebook, Microsoft and Google might scan your online messages for what they're describing as illegal content.
But they're my messages.
Spot on. And they're my messages. And if we message between each other, and Josh and everybody out there, there are messages. What they're searching for is child exploitation and terrorist material. I understand that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think this is really starting to cross censorship and, for it, and, privacy. Because do we want the government basically running through and having a look at every text message that, that we're sending out there? Is it looking for keywords? And I understand all of that. But they're really pushing for this, and I'm really uncomfortable with it.
But, I mean, I hate to say it, but these sinister people that do communicate, I mean, they've got codes, they've got ways of talking.
And tell you what, they're not using Facebook, Microsoft or Google to do this.
No, they're not. Exactly. Or obvious words that to be watched out for.
Yeah,
So...
and I think as the government's trying to go along and say, look at us, we're trying to do a good job and bring the tech companies into line. This is not how you do it, people.
No, I feel like it's China and TikTok.
It's spot on, yeah.
Let's go to Pat in Salisbury. Hello, Pat.
Hi, how are you?
Very good,
Hi,
thank
Pat.
you.
Hi, Richard. You were talking about the Microsoft virus just now, and I had this something similar last week. I was on a site and going all right, and then suddenly I got this green notice. If you wish to continue, press continue. So I pressed continue, but then I got another screen telling me, right, your computer is now frozen, you can't use it.
Yep.
Microsoft and the number. So I just switched it off.
Good girl.
Is that the thing to do?
That's the best thing to do. You've done exactly the right thing, and if all of these other people had just turned it off, restarted the computer, they're fine.
Yeah, well, I left it for a couple of hours, and then I went back later and switched it on, and it worked perfectly.
Yep.
But would anything have happened in between because I pressed continue or not?
No, you should be fine, Pat. It's only putting the next screen up, which is going to encourage you to try and rig them.
Ah, well, I didn't do that.
Good girl. That's what we want.
Okay. Oh, well, thanks a lot.
No worries. Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, Pat. Have a good afternoon. And more updates on our unfolding situation in Kangaroo Island. The phone is a Nokia. Should I go into settings and reset Wi-Fi, mobile and Bluetooth? These are the options available.
There should be in their reset network settings. Yep, do that and then let us know.
Okay, we will continue to bring you this unfolding situation in Kangaroo Island. Greg in Elizabeth Downs, good afternoon to you.
G'day, guys. Richard, I've got a Toshiba laptop running Windows and an Android smartphone, and generally they link pretty well.
Yep.
Except for passwords on Google Chrome. Like if I log into FIVEAA on my laptop, it remembers email address, password.
Yes.
But if I want to log in to FIVEAA on my phone, it doesn't autofill
everything.
Yeah,
on your smartphone, Greg, are you using Google Chrome?
Yes, but of course sometimes it's an app. So I guess that'd be the only difference.
No,
but,
it should. Sorry, Greg. If you go along and sign into Google Chrome on your smartphone, and you go along and go back to your computer then and go sync. There's a sync part on there which will make sure that no matter where you're signed in, it will go along and save things on there. So if you go along and change your password on your Toshiba laptop, it will change on the other one. What's your Toshiba laptop running, Greg? Windows what?
Windows 10.
Windows 10, good.
Yep. So even if it's an app on the smartphone,
it should pop up down there. It does it for me. Does it on both my iPhone and my Google Pixel.
Right. So where's the sync sort of instruction?
So you open up Google Chrome. You look for your picture of Greg up in the top right-hand corner. It'll have Greg's Google account, and click on that and run through it on there.
Right. Okay. Because it's very smart in that if I do a copy of a bit of text on my computer or my phone, and then I do a paste on the other, it actually does that.
That's it. It does.
So that's how I have to do my passwords at the moment, because it doesn't autofill. But I'll try and see if I can get the sync going. Yeah. So all right. Thanks for that.
Thanks, Greg.
Thank you, Greg. Have a good afternoon. We're going to take a very short break. We are coming to you on the live stream, all thanks to Foodland Supermarkets on Facebook and also YouTube and our email website, FIVEAA.com.au. Guys, those living in Brooklyn Park, Lockleys and Port Adelaide, there's currently about 1,000 customers without power in those areas. The ETA for power to come back on is around 4 p.m. or just after. So those areas, Brooklyn Park, Lockleys and Port Adelaide. If you'd like to talk tech with Richard Pascoe, thanks to Harvey Norman Computers, your technology specialists, call in 8223 0000.
Rowie and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
I believe whoever wins this test has a massive psychological advantage for the rest of the series. Yeah. And I really think the way England's gone about it, they have been aggressive. I reckon they've challenged Australia mentally and they want to win this so that they go, we've got the advantage straight away.
Rowie and Timmy G.
And they've gone on the attack and I admire it. Australia have to resist it and just beat them.
I think we will.
Come on, Australia! 4 p.m. weekdays on 5AA.
Did you know at a New Orleans jazz funeral, mourners follow a marching band playing sorrowful music? Once the body is buried, the mood changes to upbeat jazz and dancing. To celebrate the life of your loved ones, choose simplicityfunerals.com.au.
15 times a day, your Royal Flying Doctor will come to the rescue of someone in South Australia. It could have been a heart attack, motor vehicle or farming accident. It could have been a newborn with breathing difficulties. It could have been someone you know and love. Without your support of the Royal Flying Doctor service, they'd have to go it alone. For the people and life you love, keep the Flying Doctor flying. Donate today. Visit flyingdoctor.org.au.
G'day, it's Merv Hughes here. After years of snoring like a train, the missus sent me for a CPAP Direct sleep test. I'm sleeping quiet and waking up refreshed.
Head into CPAP Direct for our end of financial year sale. Masks starting from $169, CPAP machines from $899. Get massive savings on CPAP equipment at your local CPAP Direct store. Exclusive to CPAP Direct and partner stores. T's and C's apply.
Find your local store at cpap.com.au.
The federal government wants to introduce a new law called Same Job, Same Pay. It doesn't mean equal pay for men and women. It means by law, employers will have to pay workers with little knowledge or experience exactly the same as workers with a lot of knowledge and experience. Let's find a better way, because Same Job, Same Pay takes your reward for your experience away. Go to findabetterway.com.au. Authorised by T. Constable, Minerals Council of Australia, Canberra.
For only $14.99 per kilo, you can buy yourself Epic Crackling, Epic Crunch, Epic Flavour. All in Aldi's Aussie Pork Belly. Epic. Aldi. Good. Different.
The Audi Solitaire Demonstrator Clearance is on now, with exceptional deals across the entire range, including the Audi Q5, with savings starting from $5,600. Plus, receive complimentary on-road costs with all demonstrator vehicles sold before June 30 or while stocks last. The Audi Solitaire Demonstrator Clearance on now. Visit Audi Solitaire Belair Road, Hawthorne. T's and C's apply. DL 65541.
See Differently needs your help today. For our beautiful little puppies to become guide or assistance dogs, it costs tens of thousands of dollars each. That's why we need your support. It takes 2 years, a huge amount of training and the support of volunteers to make them the heroes of tomorrow, ready to change someone's life forever. RSB is now called See Differently and we ask you to do the same. Please donate today. Go to seedifferently.org.au and make a difference.
$13.95, Adelaide's 5AA. This is Jade Robran.
27 minutes past 3 o'clock. We've got a couple of calls to get through. We've got Kay in Glengarry. Hi, Kay.
Oh, hi guys. How you going? Good, Kay. I'm just ringing to let you know I got a voicemail the other day, and only 2 days ago, and it's got on there. A man said, "If you don't listen to my call, I will kill your next breath." And he said it twice, and I just sort of hung up.
Yeah.
But I've still got the number on my phone. I've still got his voicemail. And when I did ring back the number because I wanted just to report the call, and it's like unique power energy or something like this.
Yeah.
But no one answered. It
No.
was on. So I went. My son said, "Mum, you should take." So I went down to the police station and told the lady, and she said, "Look, just don't take any notice of it." She said, "Just it's a scam.
Yes.
Just don't answer anything." But I think that's awful. If someone, someone really old got it, or someone
Spot
young
on,
got
Kay.
it,
Yeah.
it would scare them. Yeah.
Kay, I've actually got a worse one I could tell, but I can't tell it at this time slot.
Really?
All right.
Oh, it's that bad.
But they have threatened her life, Kay's life, and you've 100% done the right thing. I would have done the same thing
Spot
because,
on.
if someone's threatening your life, you know, okay, you go straight to the cops. What a sad situation we're in for the cops to then say, just ignore it.
It's
We're
call
really
cent-
sorry.
Call
but
centre overseas. Mask the number on a mobile number, goes to poor Kay. There is no retaliation against you overseas. There's this company overseas.
No, but that's popsy.
It's terrible.
You shouldn't receive stuff like that.
Awful, Kay.
No worries. Just let you know what's going on.
Thanks,
Absolutely.
Kay. You're
Thank
a
you.
lovely woman. We'll just put that out there, all right?
Let's go to Rosemary now in Blakeview. Hello, Rosemary.
Oh, hi there. My story would take too long. Is there any way that I could talk to him off the phone? Because I got a lot of problems with my...
Oh, Rosemary, it sounds terrible. What we're going to do, Rosemary, we're going to put you back to Josh, all right?
Yeah.
And Josh will give you my number and you give me a call tomorrow, okay?
Oh, please, yeah,
All right.
because I just don't know what to do.
That's
No.
all right. You've called the right number.
We'll help you, Rosemary, okay?
Thank you so much.
No worries.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Rosemary.
Rosemary. It's
Thank
the
you.
Bat channel for all computer problems.
That's what we like.
Thank you, Richard Pascoe,
Thanks,
Adelaide's
Jade.
tech guy. So if anybody's in Rosemary's situation, how can they contact you?
Give me a call, 0419 829 145, or you could ring me this Saturday night, because I'll be on between about 9:30 and midnight.
Beauty. Excellent. Thank you so much. That was Richard Pascoe, all thanks to Harvey Norman Computers, your technology specialists.
This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Good afternoon, Mel Usher with the latest news headlines. A banging sound detected in the area where the missing Titan submersible was last seen is being treated as a likely sign of life. Independent Jackie Lambie has met the Defence Minister this afternoon. She has referred Australia's top military officials to the International Criminal Court. A blood test to detect breast cancer could be available for use in the next 12 months. And in sport, it's Game 2 in State of Origin tonight. The 5AA forecast: rain this afternoon, rain tomorrow 13. Right now, it's 11 degrees. We'll have more news at 4 and, as it happens, on 5AA.
Go Vita, your local health food shops. Over 30 years health and wellness experience and over 300 natural health practitioners specialising in you.
Hi, I'm Ali from Go Vita Marion and Colonnades. This month we have a great offer on Melrose Fish Oil Health and Heart. Save 25% off recommended retail price. With 500ml, only $22.50. Follow directions for use.
Go Vita, Colonnades, Fairview Green, Marion, Mount Barker, Manopara, Semaphore and Tanunda.
Bunnings Trade can help you power up this tax time. Trade in your old 18-volt power tool battery at the tool shop and get $50 off your choice of twin battery pack. From top brands like AEG, DeWalt, Makita and heaps more. Conditions apply. Ends June 30 at Bunnings Trade.
Have it all with Holland America Line and Phil Hoffman Travel. Cruise the wonders of the world through Australia and New Zealand, Japan, Europe and Alaska. Book on select 2024 and 2025 tours now with the Have It All early booking bonus. Experience the very best of cruising with up to 65% off high-value amenities, including specialty dining, shore excursion credit, elite beverage packages and premium Wi-Fi. T's and C's apply. Contact Phil Hoffman Travel or visit pht.com.au.
You want to shut out the wind and rain in winter, or the sun, flies and mozzies in summer, but you don't want to sacrifice your view? Then you need Phantom Screens. For protection from sun, wind and rain all year round, Phantom's SA-made outdoor motorised blinds can span up to 12 metres wide. They offer effortless automation, a blind that's there 1 minute and gone the next. From the hills to the coast and everywhere in between, choose Phantom Screens. Get inspired online at phantomscreens.com.au.
Hi, I'm Jo. I'm a registered nurse and I work with St Louis Home Care as a clinical care coordinator.
St Louis was started by my great-grandmother and is one big happy family with lovely staff just like Jo.
The people that work for St Louis are very loving and caring.
Whether it's personal care, preparing meals, shopping, home maintenance or social activities, we help people stay at home for longer.
If you're interested, come and join us.
Google St Louis Home Care today.
What's the best thing about winter? Definitely the Bob Burns Blinds Winter Warmer Special. Get super cozy with up to 40% off. That's up to 40% off our entire range of curtains and blinds, including our energy-efficient window coverings. With Bob Burns Blinds, you'll get that quality show home look, and you'll save money on energy bills by trapping the heat in your home. Get set for winter now with the Bob Burns Blinds Winter Warmer Special. Book your free measure and quote at bobburnsblinds.com.au.
Stressed about replacing an obsolete industrial gear unit? SEW Eurodrive can promptly supply a modern drop-in replacement engineered to match crucial dimensions. SEW Eurodrive, driving Australian industry since 1982.
Jade Robran on 1395, Adelaide's 5AA.
Welcome back to Afternoons. It is 25 minutes to 4 o'clock. Coming up after 4 o'clock is the Sports Show with Rowie and Timmy G. Now, currently there's 1,000 customers without power in Brooklyn Park, Lockleys and Port Adelaide. So we're being told that power should be restored after 4 p.m. So be patient. That's a lot of people without power. It is a bit wild and woolly out there. So please also be very, very careful on the roads. So we were having a bit of a chat earlier on the show about fantails. The last batch of fantails will be in production next week, and then that is it. They will be off our shelves forever. I'm not happy about that. I think there's plenty of other lollies that could have been ditched before the fantail. Matthew in Morphettville has given us a buzz. Hey, Matthew.
Hi, Jade. I was wondering if it could be done like some other products that have gone off market and go up to Melba's chocolate factory, and whether they'd make them up there.
Ah, yes, because they took on the Violet Crumble and also the Polly Waffle. So let's, I reckon we should put in a phone call, even if it's not the fantail. Like the cobblers. Is it cobblers?
No, cobbers.
Cobbers. Maybe, because they're basically the same thing.
Yeah, so there was, with the cobbers, there was another one that was out, was called Mates, which was basically the same thing, but opposition companies.
Yeah, I reckon that's a really good idea. Can men's save the day? Are you a fan?
That, yeah.
Are you a fan of fantails?
Yes, but I got to the stage many years ago where you knew all the answers, so you couldn't be bothered buying them anymore.
That's true. Maybe that is a reason. If they did market research, they would have found out they had to update their wrappers. Then we would have kept buying them.
Exactly.
Oh, that's problem solved, Matthew, in more ways than one. Thank you so much for calling in. And now Disney on Ice. I remember going to Disney on Ice as a kid. It was the best. It was just like fairyland in our own backyard. Well, Disney on Ice, 100 years of wonder. It is coming to Adelaide in June, the 23rd to the 25th of June at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. Tickets are on sale at Ticketek right now. We have got one of the stars of the show joining us in studio, Nicholas Fernandez. Lovely to have you. Good afternoon.
Hello, hello.
Well, you play a whole lot of characters. I mean, 100 years of Disney. That's a lot of different stories to be told. So tell us, what is it all about?
Yeah, so the show actually is, as you know, it's 100 Years of Wonder. It's celebrating the 100 years of legacy of Walt Disney. So it's got a lot of short stories within the show. And so you've got things like Frozen in there, you've got Toy Story, you've got Aladdin, you've even got some of the newer ones like Coco. So you've got a whole wide of different short stories in the show just to celebrate the 100 years.
When you're skating, can you see little faces just beaming?
Absolutely. It's the cutest thing ever, all the time. It never gets old.
I could imagine that would really rev you guys up. You bring magic to these little people. It's just beautiful.
Well, absolutely, because they don't get the chance to go to Disneyland or Disney World, right? So we bring the Disney magic to them, right at their hometown.
So is this a new story, or is it a whole lot of small stories made up into one big performance?
It's a lot of small stories that are into one big performance after that. So basically, Mickey and the pals are on a quest to follow Captain Hook's treasure to find Tinkerbell as Captain Hook's trying to capture Tinkerbell.
Excellent.
So,
you've got me.
Yeah.
We were talking to the Wiggles about 2 weeks ago, and they were saying just, kids' performances have got to be so different, obviously, than adults' ones, and they've got to be short, sharp and shiny to hold their attention. So I'm guessing this has been a huge hit so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And then what's really awesome about the show here is that I think this is the first time that Australia will see Disney with acrobats in them as well. So we have rampers and some Spanish webs and some trampoline acts. So it's kind of almost like a bit of circus on ice at the same time. So then when you've got that and the skating alongside with it, it's just like one big party.
Okay, how on earth do you do that on ice?
Oh, we make it work. We do have a team of like professional acrobatics and using all the apparatus. So, and then we work alongside with them. So in the beginning of the rehearsal period, when we build the show, we kind of choreograph everything stage 2 for us to all work on it together. But
skating is hard enough, let alone in big Disney elaborate costumes. How difficult is it?
I think it's absolutely difficult. I mean, I've only done the skating aspect of it. I would like to try some of the apparatus there too, to kind of combine the two worlds together. So I think that would just be awesome. But we spent a lot of hours like training, even prior to coming to the ice shows, because most of us were all athletic performers.
What costumes are you skating around in?
Yeah, so I'm in one of the numbers of Be Our Guest, and I'm one of the cutleries. I'm actually one of the spoons.
Nice.
And the hardest thing about wearing that costume is that I do have this massive spoon on my back, and it's just taller than me, so it kind of like moves a lot and whatnot, but I'm carrying a lot of weight on it. But it's a beautiful number, and it's just so nice to look at as well. So
what's the audition process?
Yeah, so we send in a video, like a 2 to 3 minute video of just all of our tricks and skills that we do. And then we also do a live audition that takes roughly about an hour and a half in the city that they come in.
Yeah.
And so that is, I say it's a bit difficult, because I remember when I did it, back then, it was like back in 2012, that's when I joined the company. It was something I was like, oh, I'm not used to this, because it's structured in the show style, because before, again, I was a competitive athlete that was trying to go for the Olympics. So my skating and how I move was much different to now I'm a professional performer. It's just two different worlds. But
so you were reaching for Olympic gold. Tell us about that journey.
Yeah. So I've gone through the national championships here in Australia. I was the winner back in 2008.
Yeah. How old were you?
And Sorry there?
How old were you?
I was 18
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
So then I have also done the international circuit as well from around, so I was about 16 all the way till I was 22. Did the whole international circuit. I was trying to go for that Olympic goal and I kind of just missed out going for the 2010. And so then I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll just try a few more years. But then at that rate, I had to make a hard decision. Like, okay, do I want to keep going? Because it is a lot of work. And I just remember trying to go for that 2010. And I was just like, it's a lot. So then I was like, okay, what do I do? Shall I? But then I chose the shows instead because we can do different avenues after we finish.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Sydney. I'm an hour out. So I'm in a place called Penrith.
Yep.
It's kind of like at the bottom of the Blue Mountains.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I grew up my whole life. There.
Okay, so Penrith is a real leaguey kind of area.
Absolutely.
So how does a boy grow up in that, environment and choose ice skating?
Right. Well, I actually started off doing gymnastics when I was a kid for the first few years until I was about 7. And then the place I went to shut down. And then we couldn't find any other place that I had liked. But then my mother had also loved skating even as a child herself. And so then I think we just kind of did it just because I just had a lot of energy. And I don't know why I didn't do football or swimming or tennis or anything like that. But she just go, let's go ice skating. Let's go a little bit harder. Yeah. I'm like, okay. So then I just kind of went that route. And then kind of along the way, the coach that I had from that beginning all the way to the end of my journey, kind of grabbed me along and said, let's do some lessons, let's see how we go. And then all of a sudden I was, in the international circuits competing and trying to go for Olympic golds and all that stuff, right? So
You're okay at it.
Yeah, I'm not bad, I'll say.
And then at what point and what was the decision where you went, okay, I'm going to give up on the sport, and then you found out that there was this whole world of Disney?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen Disney on Ice kind of back in my days when I was competing as well, but I wasn't really too focused on it because I was just so focused on just competing. But then I was like, okay, well, it was in Sydney that went back in 2012, and I was like, I'm gonna go watch it. I'll see how it is. There were some names, there were some people that I already kind of knew around that time that were already doing Disney on Ice, and so I kind of asked a few questions. And I don't know, there was so many avenues I didn't know you could go to. I didn't know that we could also go onto cruise ships to ice skate and do performing, or we can go Disney on Ice, or we can go to another company holiday on Ice, or there's just so many different paths you can take with ice skating after you're done with competing. It's just, I didn't know, so I just kind of went that route. And
so have you traveled the world?
I've traveled everywhere. Over the last 11 years now, I've been to all around Europe, all around America, all around the Asia district. I've been to South Africa, and the only place I haven't been to is South America yet. I've only been to just one country. I've only been to Colombia, but I kind of want to do a tour there. I'm just kind of crossing my fingers it'll take me there one day. So
is it like one big family?
Yeah, it is. Well, there is about almost 100 of us total. So you've got the skaters, the acrobatics, you've also got the backstage crew people, and you've also got the merchandise that come and work with us. So almost altogether it's 100 of us. We end up being one big family because we're all in the same boat, live in the same life. So we kind of all really stick together and hold on because, again, the hardest part with Disney is that we are away from family, we are away from friends, we miss all the festivities because we are on tour for about 9 to 10 months of the year, so we do miss a chunk of life, right? And there's someone in the family who has kids along the way, and you don't really get to see them until kind of the year has gone by, and it's just there's so much stuff going on, so we have to all really kind of connect with each other at work. I mean, you have your good days, you have your bad days, that's kind of life, right? But at the end of the day, we all stick together.
Do you get a room to yourself, or are you?
We have a roommate. We all are signed for a roommate, so you always have a buddy with you throughout the tour, and you can always change out. So you don't have to be always with the same person. But at one point, you always find one person you want to stick with, and you just go, okay, we're your buddies for the tour.
The roomies for life.
Yeah, roomies for life.
What's been the hardest character that you've ever the hardest costume that you've had to skate in?
I would say Aladdin's probably one of the hardest for me, just because the pants are quite baggy.
Yes.
Quite baggy. And so sometimes doing tricks where I'm up in the air and rotating and stuff, I'm cross my legs over and stuff, and sometimes I'm trying to clip the pants because it's just so round and loose. So I find that stuff kind of difficult.
Have you ever had a stack?
Yeah, I have. I mean, it's live performance.
I know.
So things like that did happen, and then you just have to pick yourself back up and just continue nothing
and just
happened.
Pretend it's part of the show.
Yep. And you're standing there oh gosh, what did I just do? Yep, they saw that. There's no way I can hide this, but we gotta keep going.
Do you get injuries?
We do, yeah. We have an athletic trainer that travels with us who they have all their equipments throughout the whole tour with us. So then we do get a lot of injuries throughout. 'Cause again, it's a very like high demanding, it's quite physical what we do. So we're prone to injuries all the time. And then, you know, or like, and it's always like the knees, the hips, the ankles, like, and for the people that have to do like lifting, like for the boys, they have to lift the girls, like it's their shoulders. And then it's just, think of all the injuries we've got.
So typically, how long does a career in skating performance skating last?
Yeah. And you can go different avenues even within the performance realm. Some people want to be a lead role, which can be much more demanding. Some people want to be more in the ensemble, which is also demanding, but takes a bit of a step back. And, you know, there's just ways you can do it. So the average lifespan I've seen from a lot of people so far in my experience has been about like 7 years or something like that. And we've had like people that have been like 20 years plus.
Golly.
Like, so it can go anyway. I mean, you can just pick your journey, right? And you pick how many years you want to be with it for. Some people want to go and travel the world with it. Some people want to be the star on ice. Like, again, there's just different ways why we want to be with Disney.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a job. It sounds so magical. Who wouldn't want to work with Disney? As I said, Disney on Ice, 100 Years of Wonder. It is coming to Adelaide on the 23rd to the 25th of June at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. And tickets are available at Ticketek, so you can jump online right now. But you've been so kind and you've given us a family pass to give away. So if you'd like to come along, 82230055 is the number to call. Nicholas, lovely to meet you. Good luck with the performance.
Thank you so much. Lovely to meet you too.
Course 5, course 1 by 1, till you shout, enough like that. Let me sing you off to sleep as you digest. Tonight you'll prop your feet up, but for now let's eat up. Be our guest, be our guest, be our guest. Please be
Each week on the FIVEAA Sports Show, Rowie and Timmy talk to star players from the Power. Thanks to One Solution. Protect and improve your business with One Solution. Winner of the National Telstra Enterprise Customer Excellence Award.
Time's running out. It's nearing end of financial year, and it could be your last chance to get an immediate tax write-off on the LDV D90 SUV before June 30th. From $38,990 drive away, one test drive and you'll see why the D90 is the right SUV for your business, with 7 full-size seats. And for a limited time, you can get a free $1,500 fuel card. Visit a dealer today. LDV, bring it on. T's and C's and exclusions at ldvautomotive.com.au. Before purchase, see tax and accounting advice to check your business's eligibility for an immediate tax deduction.
The Barossa Valley is a great place to visit. You have history, wine, great food, nature, wine. What if you had one extra draw card? Your parents. Retirement units are available in safe and connected neighbourhoods just an hour from the city. We're talking about newly renovated 1, 2 and 3 bedroom homes from around $180K to $300K. They get the vine change and you get another reason to visit the Barossa. Win-win. Talk to your parents today about Barossa Village. Find out more at barossavillage.org.
When you build with Lamar Homes, things happen pretty quickly. We're talking months, not years. Lamar Homes are big on quality, so they never take on too much. It means they can manage their workload and trades a lot more effectively, which makes them nimble enough to move on things a lot quicker, which also means you won't be waiting forever to live the dream. And how good is this? Right now, Lamar Homes is throwing in $35,000 for your concreting, landscaping and fencing. $35K of extras and move in sooner. That is brilliant. To get started, visit lamarhomes.com.au. Here today, home tomorrow, sooner. Some terms and conditions apply.
Is there a God? What is the meaning of life? Do I actually need unlimited data to watch a few cat videos on my commute? Cute.
Question everything, especially your telco plan. Get the data you need at low prices with Aldi Mobile.
I'm Kathy Nagel, the Chief Executive of Western Hospital, Henley Beach. Cardiovascular disease is the highest killer of women in Australia. So don't ignore the signs. Reach out to your GP to refer you to our cardiovascular specialists. Many of the tests towards diagnosis and all the treatment options are available here at Western Hospital, all under the one roof at our healthcare hub. Your health is our priority. Challenge yourself to take the first step. To find out more about our cardiovascular services, visit westernhospital.com.au.
You know, there's a really simple way to be sure the ham you're buying is made from Australian pork. You just look for a pink box on your packs. That way, you'll know the pork comes fresh from our farms.
And not shipped in from overseas!
Yep. A pink box on your pack also means the ham has passed Australia's strict quality controls. So your ham will taste great. So for true Australian quality, just pick a pack with a pink pork logo. Thanks a lot.
Jade Robran, talking Adelaide on 1395 5AA.
Welcome back to the show. It is 8 minutes to 4 o'clock. Coming up after 4 o'clock, the sports show with Rowie and Timmy G. So some very sad news today for lolly lovers around Australia. As we've been talking about, fantails, well, they'll be off our shelves very, very soon. Probably, in fact, by this afternoon, because everybody would have been rushing out to get them today. But the last batch is going to be made next week, and then bon voyage. That is it. See ya later. Sayonara. Russ Eats. He joins us. He's Australia's most honest food reviewer. Russ, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Now, this is not good news. You've always got your finger on the pulse when this sort of news breaks. How did you find out?
I actually found out through Sunrise this morning I was getting all these phone calls and I didn't know why because I was cooking dinner. And then, so I found out and they said if I can help break the news in the morning. And then, so I was in shock. And then all the messages come through from Mum and everyone because usually I find out first and leak the news. So I was actually a bit annoyed I didn't get to do it this time.
Well, look, Alan's told everybody in a statement. So, I don't know. Are you smelling a marketing ploy here, or do you think it's Reggie Didge?
Well, so last night when I found out at about 7, they said, can you buy some fantails for like the video in the morning? And I went to 4 Coles, 3 Woolies, and they were fully sold out. And I asked all the workers, and they were like, everyone keeps asking about fantails tonight. So within, I think the news break at like 5 p.m. yesterday.
Ish, yeah.
Within 2 hours, it sold out everywhere. So it had obviously worked.
Wow. So this is interesting. We've been talking about it today, and Alan's have said it's because that we're not buying them. And then I've had a couple of callers like ring in today and say that, well, we haven't been buying them because the info on the packets is so outdated that, we've read them all. So it's really their fault. If they could just rebrand and reprint and update their wrappers, we'd be in business again.
Fully agree. And they've kept Freckles, Minties, and all these like way worse lollies. I think there's something up. The fact that they announced it and didn't try and, like everyone else tries to, brush these ones under the carpet, like the Sesame Bar. There's been a fair few, like Macca's changing their Sprite, things like that. Yes. But they announced this and they were going really hard in the marketing probably a year or two ago. They did a Fantails Oat Milk. They did a Fantails Hot Chocolate. There was Fantails everything. And then suddenly they're gone. So I don't know. Something's up.
Something's up because it is hugely popular. It just doesn't make sense. And you need a caramel and chocolate lolly out there. Like the Curly Whirly, I'm sorry, just doesn't cut it.
It doesn't. And Alan's actually used to make cobbers, which were like the original, I guess, they were out at the same time as Fantails, but they got rid of them. And now they're getting rid of Fantails. So they had both of the biggest caramel chocolates, and then they've gotten rid of both of them, and they got rid of bananas recently as well. And Lifesavers did a little sneaky and just decided to release their own and took over the whole market. So maybe someone will do that.
See, I've been on about Jaffas. Jaffas can go, milk bottles can go, Coca-Cola bottles can go. Just no need, but keep Fantails. Are you a fan?
Yeah, so I had to buy the bags last night. I did end up finding 3 at a servo, and servo prices are like $10 each. And I've polished one off at work today, and I'm not feeling very well, to be honest. But I wasn't eating them, so it's worked. The publicity, if it is a publicity stunt, it's worked because I smashed the whole bag and kind of want to get some more.
All right, but the most important question, when you were ripping the wrappers, how long did you actually get to?
Well, I did lie I said 2 kilometres, but I was always actually pretty bad. I just wanted to, I was one of the worst. I don't have fine hands, but I did see some impressive, like, Actually, I'm interested to know what the world record is, to be honest.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to sell your wrappers now on eBay. So I know the packets cost you $10, but in actual fact, you're going to come out today a winner.
I will. I think I can probably resell. I might chuck them on Marketplace for 20 a pop.
Oh, 100% you should be doing that, Ross. Thanks for the chat, mate.
That's all right. Cheers.
See ya. Russ Eats there. You can jump onto his Instagram page as well. Guys, thank you so much for your company today. Everyone can rush out and go buy some fantails, and then we can all sell them for a big profit. Oh, here we go. I've got a dentist that's just messaged in. I'm a dentist and wish to remain anonymous, but definitely keep fantails. Best text of the day. I knew it. Remember earlier in the show I said dentists everywhere will be absolutely devastated. They'll be relying on minties now. Good afternoon, everyone.
Right now with Bupa, get up to 10 weeks free when you join on eligible products. Plus, 300 everyday rewards dollars. T's and C's apply. But hurry, offer ends June